Well, it's wet and miserable, and I'm still hobbling around. So, yeah, still painful. What I'm going to do though is take little one to school in the truck because it's just tipping down rain. He can't go to school on his bicycle. And got his little mate with him as well. And no doubt there's a good chance we could end up picking up other kids on the way as well. Oh, where's the key? The school's not too far. It's about, what's that? 4 or 5 kilometres? Yeah. But it's just lousy out here this morning, it really is. Pi today is going to go and buy some of that white powder. I'll see if I can find out what's in it, you know, to treat the pond. Not quite sure yet. This is pretty much rush hour. Loads of people going to the farms and taking the kids to school. Somebody asked me about you know, a day at fam's school. I'm not sure really that would be permissible. I'm not convinced the teachers would appreciate me walking around with a camera all day long. I could ask. The other week I actually made a video, but it's pretty long, so it's been taking me quite a while to edit it, and I'm hoping I'm going to release it tomorrow for you. We picked sort of fam up from school, so you'll see a little bit more of the school and what they do at the end of school as well. After that we head off to Doi Luang market, so I'll show you more around there as well. It's one of the biggest markets in the area, so hopefully I'll get that edited today and then use that for tomorrow. It's a bit of a saving grace. I don't normally sort of create vlogs and then sort of store them. You know, this is a daily vlog, so but it's a bit of a saving grace that I have because of my foot right now, because I'm finding it very difficult to get around. Yeah, pretty lousy out here today though. I did look at the forecast and it's more of the same for the next week. Looks like this is really set in. No flooding up here yet though, which I'm surprised, to be honest with you. There's one thing about family, he doesn't like to be late for school. He's always really early. He does like it, which is a good thing. There you go. The fellas are going to school. This is his little mate, Mong. He's a good little fella. I still like the colour of the building though. All these different like colours going on. Not a bad little school at all. Right, that's little one at school. Let's head on back home. See if I can put this foot up for a while. I've got something else to show you as well. Now I can't remember what this is called in English, but the Thais call it tapap, and you don't want to get bit by one. They can be extremely ferocious. His shell is a little bit soft. He's not like a hard turtle, but he's obviously part of the turtle family. I've got to be careful here that I don't actually get bitten. Yeah, long neck. He does actually have a very, very long neck. Pai's trying to coax him right now to come out, but yeah, he's a pretty boy. Where are we going to put him? Now we're going to put this guy in the frog pen. Absolutely lovely, isn't he? Well, we're back at our little store and I'm going to find out what this powder is. Pi's going to see if she can pick some up. So I'll let you know in a second. I'm not sure what it is. That's the powder, is it? But do you know what's in it?
No.
You don't know? Well, they don't actually know what's in it, which is a bit strange, really. But there you go. It's just like a white powder. It could be lime. It could be just a lime base powder. Not exactly sure. According to one of the local fish farmers, and he's got the biggest fish farm here, he's been doing it for about 20 years, and he said this stuff will not only clear the pond, it'll oxygenate it as well. So could be anything in it, but he said he's been using it for years and it works just fine. It doesn't have any effect on the fish. So yeah, we'll give it a go, I guess. I haven't got a clue what he's trying to deliver, but getting that down that little soy is not going to be easy. That'll take some skill. Pi said what she'll do, she'll get onto Google and do a Thai to English translation and let me know what's in it. I assume, I really do, I just think it's lime or a lime based. So, but we'll find out a bit later for you. Well, time to get back to the house, finish my cup of tea. Well, Pi just did a check on Google and the translation came back, as I suspected, lime. So that's what it is. Whether there's other chemicals in it or not, I really don't know. But on the packaging, it's lime. So there you go. Oh, that cockerel. They do like to make a lot of noise. Then you get these floating all over the place. No matter where you look, there's chickens. Now I'm just looking at a little bit more information. It basically says that it's a lime sanitizer. So yeah, looking at Google's translation here, yep, that's what it is. Lime sanitizer. So there's got to be some kind of cleaning agent in it as well. We'll see. Again, the other farmer who's been farming fish here for over 20 years turned around and said that he uses it all the time, every year. He cleans out his ponds and uses that, and it doesn't do the fish or the pond any harm whatsoever. So cool. If it cleans up that pond water, I'll be happy. Obviously the new pond is pretty murky now because it's all been stirred up, so we'll use it in there as well. Well, Pi and Dad actually reduced the water level in the pond yesterday even more and dragged the nets across it. We ended up with a total of just over 100 kilos of fish still in there, so that doesn't include all the tiny little ones. So we got hold of the trader and we'll see if he wants to come back and take what's left. So yeah, it's all good news. Obviously at 100 kilos at 40 baht, that's another 4,000 baht, which would bring that profit margin up to about 9. So yeah, very, very happy with it. Well, we're off to go and get some milk. I'll run out, I'm going to have to go. I'm not going to go to Chiang Saen Town though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Doi Luang. I noticed the other week when we were up there, they got a really big 7-Eleven. I've never been in there, so yeah, something different I suppose, bit of change of scenery. Are you ready? Yeah? Somebody actually asked me, Graham, are you a fast driver, considering you like sort of bikes that are pretty powerful? The answer actually is no, not a fast driver. Even on the bike, I don't really go that fast. I've never really been into speed. Even when I was a kid, I didn't, you know, push the speed limit at all. I just like power though, especially when it comes to bikes. But right now I'm driving through the village, and as you can see by my speedo, I'm doing about 35 kilometers an hour. Well, this is the 7-Eleven at Doi Luang. Yeah, exciting stuff, isn't it? Buying milk. Oh, somebody's got a little grom, look. Little demon grom. How nice is that? Cute, isn't it? What are you going to get, honey? What are you going to get? It's actually quite a nice store. They've got quite a bit in here. It's nice and clean. It's one thing I like about the 7-Elevens.
Now I believe the one with the brown top is full fat milk, which I actually prefer. It just tastes better. They got yogurts and stuff here. I found that milk again, honey, that full fat milk. It's just lovely. Yeah, for all you chocoholics, look. Right, I'm going to do me a bit of shopping and that's it. Yeah, it's the same old situation, you know. You only go in there for a loaf of bread and a pint of milk and end up spending a fortune. They always put it at the back of the store though. That's the psychology to it. Put your bread and milk at the back of the store, makes you walk through it, and then you're going to have to spend more money because you guarantee you're going to see stuff. You go, oh, I never tried that before. That's the way it works. Oh dear. She's got a basket full of stuff. All sorts of stuff. One thing though we did buy was some yogurt soda. It's really, really good. Fam absolutely loves it. I mean, he'd drink it all day long, but it is really nice and makes a fantastic ice cream float. Whacking in a glass with some ice cream, oh, absolutely delicious. That's a really expensive pint of milk. The pint of milk was 82 baht, but the bill came to 612. I'm telling you, 7-Eleven, you go in there for a pint of milk and a loaf of bread and end up spending a load more money than you thought. Never mind. Now, one thing I do like in 7-Eleven is their pork and bacon cheeseburgers. They're actually quite nice, and they stick them in the microwave for you to get nice and hot. So that's lunch. They are actually quite substantial. They're not too bad and pretty tasty. The pork in it's pretty nice. So that's lunch for the pristine price of 39 baht. Not bad, is it? And that, guys, is the yogurt soda. Absolutely delicious. And again, one of Fam's favourites. It's really creamy. It's almost like cream soda, but sweeter. Very, very tasty. Yesterday in the Q&A, I was talking about camera equipment, how expensive it can be. There are limitations to the GoPro. There really are. Zoom functions, and again, it has a tendency to make things look like they're a little bit far away. A classic example of this is a lot of people have commented on the mountains. They don't look as big as we see them, and everybody that's come to the farm has looked at them and gone, wow, there they are, mountains. I did start looking at other cameras online just out of interest, and looked at a few online reviews. The Panasonic Lumix GH5 came out pretty well, but a lot of people said it had a problem with its autofocus function, so yeah, not quite sure. Going back to what I said about, you know, vlogging can be really expensive. This particular camera was 82,000 baht, and that didn't include a lens. You're looking at another 35,000 baht just for a lens. Of course, there's other bits and pieces like a mic. You know, if you go for a decent Rode mic and SD cards and stuff, you can add nearly another 20,000 baht to that. So yes, it can be very, very expensive. Now, on that note, when Bob came here last time, he bought Fam a gift. I think in the hopes, obviously, that he'd get interested in photography. He actually bought him the Sony CyberShot. Now, it actually does video. I'm not actually sure at this point what the quality of the video is. I'm going to have to play around with the settings and find out, you know, if it can record in HD, you know, 1080, and what frame rate as well. But because this has got a zoom function on it, I might be able to capture some better cinematographic shots for you. So we'll see how this camera works out as well. So I'll see if I can use the two in unison. Again, when you're vlogging, especially when you start off, you know, everything's just fine. You've got your GoPro and your gimbal and bits and pieces, and your mic, and yeah, it's adequate. But as you develop your skills, you're going to find that, you know, you'll want more. There are times where I'm traveling around and think, if only I could get a shot of this, or if only I could get a shot of that. And it's not always possible on just a GoPro. So yeah, we'll see how this develops and see if the Sony Cybershot that Bob brought will do the job. You never know. Thanks, Bob, by the way. That's really very cool of you. Well, that's about all from Pi and I today. I've got to start editing, and Pi's going to get back off to the farm and sort out bits and pieces. I'm not going to be going to the farm, obviously, because of my foot. I've got to stay off it as much as I can for the next couple of days, and hopefully it'll heal and I'll be back to normally in maybe 2-3 days' time. Whatever you do, have a fantastic day and stay safe. And Pi and I will catch you tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, please subscribe, share and like. It does make a difference. And yeah, tomorrow will be another day for you. See you then. Bye for now.